Hello everyone, this is Hodora and we are back to the final chapter, right? Chapter 5 of the main story in Chaos Zero Nightmare. So yeah, we are in chapter 5 now, Predator of Nightmares. And we're gonna go through all of the main line, only the middle one, right? Until the end. So yeah, let's have fun. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but we will finish it today. Yeah, we still stuck in the swarm of judgment after we got a report that there is chaos phenomena happen on the holy city heaven right now. Right, chaos bloom.
すぐにここを抜け出さないと。ナイトメア号、この壁を壊す方法はないの？計算中です。しばしお待ちを。なるべく早くお願い。艦長、何してるの？
I have been examining the chaos core. It had been completely hollowed out after its energy had been siphoned off by the chaos relic. Seeing as it no longer pose a threat, it may even be of use. Maybe I can find something out about it. Holding the pocket watch hanging from my neck, I placed my hand on the chaos core. Whose memory is this? Not too far off. I can see someone having a conversation in these old heaven back alleys.
ジューダス教
Ah, Asurante.
本当に行かれるのですか？最悪級のカオスに。
私とクリスティアン教にしかできないことです。
Oh, back when they about to be deployed for the crusade, right?
心配には及びません。アゼランテ様。クリスティアン教は私が必ず無事に返してみせます。
Seeing Asurante teared up, Judas lowered his hand with a bitter expression.
そう簡単に涙を見せてはなりません。あなたは将来成功になるかもしれない方です。
私にはよくわかりません。ただお父様とジューダス教に傷ついてほしくない。ただみんなに幸せになってほしいだけです。
だからこそあなたが成功になるべきなのです。それよりアゼランテ様、プレゼントがあります。
プレゼント？
Oh, that thing that sit together with the photo frame in the Asilante room, right? A pair of brush that form a whole when brought together.
永遠の献身を約束するものだそうです。私にはそういった感受性はよく理解できませんが。
Judas placed one of the two brushes in Aserante's hand, whose tear had just died up.
これは私の約束の証です。あなたへの献身を誓います。決してあなたを裏切りません。
Asilante sniffled and will weep, right, at the side of her eye. Wipe at the side of her eyes.
ですから泣かないで待っていてくださいますか？
待っています。これを大事に持っていますから。必ず帰ってきてください。
Aww.
挨拶は終わったのか？
はい、クリスティアン教。クリスティアン教は挨拶しなくてよかったのですか？
したら出発できそうになくてな。娘を見ると 胸にトゲが刺さったように痛む。君と私のように命を懸けて働いている人はなおさらだ。血のつながりはないとはいえ、君にとってもアゼランテは娘のようなものだろう。
否定はしません。
アゼランテは少し気が弱いからな。根が優しく、万人の苦しみを理解できるほど賢明な子だが、このヘイブンがあの子にとって正しい居場所になってやれるか心配だ。
だからこそ共に必ず生きて帰らなければなりません。ヘイブンを、アゼランテ様を守るために。
Judas coughed up a noticeable amount of blood.
ちゃんと治療は受けているのか？
そんなことをしてなんとかなるような病ではありません。すぐに死ぬわけでもありませんし、大丈夫です。残された時間はそう長くはありませんが。
アゼランテには隠し通すつもりか？
はい。アゼランテ様にはこの先も知らせません。
So he have some uncurable disease or something. Judas say he burst and he gripped tightly onto the brush.
約束を守ります。
A memory fast forward into a different landscape. Bodies were strewn across the area. The chaos had been purged, yet what remained was a victory won only through wounds.
ジューダス教ファーストは
生き絶えました。
良き友を失った。
クリスティアン教、もう少しこらえてください。すぐ救助隊が来ます。
自分の状態は自分が一番分かっている。ジューダス教、頼む。アゼランテに。父さんは君を愛していると。
クリスティアン教の口で伝えてください。アゼランテ様にクリスティアン教を無事に返してみせると約束しました。私はアゼランテ様に嫌われたくありません。
くそ、ふざけるな。
Aww.
死に際にカッコつけようとしたら。
弱音を言わないでください。若造のくせに生意気など怒鳴っていたあなたらしくない。生きてください、クリスティアン教。アゼランテ様のためにも。
ダメなことはダメさ、ジューダス。私はもう手遅れだ。君だけでも生きてくれ。ヘイブンには、アゼランテには君が必要だ。皆のために。あの子は輝く未来を作る子だ。約束を守れ。最後まであの子のために。
ダメだ、ダメだ。
A frigid air settled over the dead. Time fast forwards again. A past that isn't too far from future. In front of Judas was a solemnly sealed relic.
ジューダス様、なりません。やりたいことは理解しました。ですが、そんなことをしたらジューダス様が。
オリーブ、私の体についてはお前も知っているはずだ。私にはあまり時間がない。病で死のうが、カオスに侵食されて死のうが同じだ。
Yeah, he on the dead door already.
だが ゲイ化の時間はこの先も長い。これはあの方のために私にできる最後の決断だ。ヘイブンの首脳部は腐っている。根こそぎ取り除くしかない。ゲイ化がヘイブンに光をもたらすためにはそうしなければならない。だから私が毒となりヘイブンを蝕む毒を制す。
ですがジューダス様は裏切り者として記録されてしまいます。ヘイブンを裏切り堕落したものだと。
構わない。クリスティアン教と共に約束した。私はいつまでもゲイ化に献身すると。最後まで少しでもあの方のお役に立てるのならそれくらい軽いものだ。
Yeah, he played a role of villain to protect Acerante. In those words, my consciousness began to give way. As if it was telling me that it has shown me all that I need to see. The scenery gradually faded. However, in between those moments, I heard a voice that sounded familiar.
選ばれし者はただそなた一人のみ。
Time fast forwards once again. From the past to the present, then from the present as if into the future. As I regained my senses, what lay before my eye was a nightmarish tableau. Heaven in frame, civilian all but corpses. And then Sir Judas, no longer what one could call human, had been consumed by the chaos. And Acelante, a single girl consumed by despair, unable to look away from Judas.
願い、祈りを捧げよ。すべての絶望をゼロに戻すために。
I could feel the breath whisper into my ears, as if compelling me to change this future. Then, it felt as if my mind was yanked out of my own head. Alright.
艦長、艦長、
Again, more clear motive for Judas.
お願い、しっかりして。
I'm okay, Renault. Renault pulled me in close and wrapped her arm around me. As her shadow breath gradually calmed, she pulled me away.
艦長、どういうつもり？勝手にカオスのコアを掴んで、勝手に倒れて。私がどれだけ心配したか。
I'm sorry.
艦長がコアに触れた瞬間、黒い壁が消えた。もしかして艦長が何かしたのかな。
As much as I want to ease Renault in her panic, we don't have the leisure. SS9 sent a calm request to heaven. We on our way, so just don't keep us until then. Let's go stop Sir Judas. Even if our enemy this time is a monster who can control chaos, we must stop what's about to happen. If there is a future where this can be all stopped, I will yearn all you want. I will play all you want. An act born of such noble conviction must not end in such a nightmare. A nightmare should always end as nothing more than a bad dream. Damn! Damn! Alright. That is just part 1. EP 1. The chaos energy invades Judas' body, and yet despite the excruciating pain pain, Judas calmly controlled his breathing. One could almost say that the wheel of the universe pulsed in resonance with his breath.
ジューダス様、
まだ始まったばかりだ。罪は私が墓まで持っていく。オリーブ、艦船を出てヘイブンに戻れ。罪なき民間人を避難させろ。ヘイブンには死をもって罪を償うべきものだけを、そして異端者ジューダスを告発しろ。そうすれば君が罪に問われることはないだろう。
ジューダス様、今からでも考えを改めていただけませんか。ジューダス様のような方が裏切り者として記録されてはなりません。
Instead of a response, Judas simply smiled.
オリーブ、今までありがとう。おじさんは幸せに生きてくれるよな。
今まであなたに仕えた言葉、人生の誇りでした。来世でまたお会いしましょう、ジューダス様。
Olive turned around and left the command room. Judas did not look away until the very end, and when Olive vanished beyond his periphery, Judas gazed onto the arm where the Chaos Lily had settled.
貴様の正体は分かっている。ディアロス、帳の向こうの存在たちについてもだ。貴様らが何を企んでいるのかも。だがこの瞬間だけは貴様に祈りを捧げよう。
Judas' low voice resonated in clear throughout the empty command room.
ディアロスよ、あなたの肉を受け入れます。あなたの魂を受け入れます。私を偉大なる者の隣に居合わせ。
And as if reacting to his words, the chaos energy began to squirm and spread across Judas' body, as though devouring and offering to become one with it.
私を永遠なるものにさせたまえ。
With that, Judas was swallowed whole into the darkness.
今期の上納金でございます。
たったこれだけか。下船な奴らは大した収入もないせいか役に立たないな。
最近カオスが増加したため信徒たちが動揺しています。
それがどうした？まだ文句を垂らす余裕があるのか。来月から税率をさらに上げる。
Yeah, lots
死な
and
ない程度に
noble.
苦労すれば文句も言えなくなるだろ
ですが成功が。
う。私の管轄は私が管理する。いくら成功でも勝手に手を出すことは許さない。心配するな。殺しはしない。信徒の献身なくして聖戦は成り立たないからな。
はい、かしこまりました。
十字教、
なんだ。
今すぐ外を見てください。
Following the panic urgency of the report, the cardinalists glanced out the window, only to respond with a puzzled look across their face. Across the void of universe, a void of space, a macabre phenomenon was taking place.
待て、あれはなんだ。
Near the ship, a halo of light unfurled in the shape of the angel wings. As the two structures closed the distance between them, The storm of light erupted with a billion of a supernova. The closing stream of light looked almost like
ディアロスの後期
light stain of light bearing salvation. A storm of light surrounding the ship slowly drew closer to it. A spectacle evocative of divine ascension. However, the light in turn was anything but welcoming. White hot flame, as though wrought from divine punishment, wrapped around the ship, as if purging impurity. It began melting the enormous ship in its entirety.
オペレーター今すぐ回起動を
An unheard scream, and a holy crusader ship was immolated into cosmic dust. And across the reach surrounding heaven, identical phenomena unfold all at once. Yeah, that's how powerful those divine beings are, right? And why is Bele doing here? Even though the SS Nightmare returned at its fastest speed, Heaven was already become chaotic. It seemed Heaven and its people were already well aware of the impending catastrophe. Everywhere, a stream of evacuees filled the street in search of safety.
ルーセ教
ゲイカはどこ？
ゲイカは今大礼拝堂で対策会議をされています。
会議？誰と？
十字教全員です。
あいつらまたゲイカに会わないと。早く行きましょう。
Within the Grand Cathedral, a row of clergy, clad in ornate garments, stood in the orderly rows. And in the middle was Acerante, with a furious expression as she confronted the Cardinalis.
皆さん、本当に信徒たちを捨てて逃げるつもりですか？
各地でヘイブン首脳部を攻撃しようとする。すでに数名の司祭が命を落としているらしい。ヘイブンの中も安全ではありません。
ゲイカ、この先のことも考えてください。私たちがいないと信徒たちは誰が導くというのですか？ゲイカも避難しなければなりません。信徒よりゲイカのお体を一番にお考えください。
何を言っているのですか？
That would be a valid reason to evacuate or make yourself safe. Only if you do something worth that respect, right? But so far we see nothing from these fake noble.
皆さんには信徒を守る力があります。ジューダス教が不在の今、信徒の父であり保護者になれるのは皆さんなのです。義務を捨てて己の身の安全を優先するつもりですか？
ゲイカ、これは十字教会議の決定です。どうか私たちを導いてください。
Though they spoke with courtesy, their words was calculated and intent to place all responsibility of their escape on Acerante. Acerante grit her teeth.
卑怯者ども、私たちがいなくなったら残された人々は、私はヘイブンに残ります。決して逃げません。
なぜ愚民どものために高貴な命を投げ捨てようとするのですか？彼らのことはきっとディアロス様が守ってくださいます。
ああ、ナイトメア号の艦長。どうかゲイカとここを抜け出す手助けをしてください。
No? Can we shoot this guy? We have a gun, right?
今こそ帝国と聖戦十字会で協力し合う時ではありませんか。
I can't help but let out an internal groan as Cardinalis demand. I have to wonder if this was why Sir Judas wanted me to stay aboard the Haven, so that there would be a veritable witness not from within Haven but from the Empire representative. Then I guess it's time I play my part. I have different plan in mind. We must act now to curb the chaos.
何をおっしゃるのですか、艦長。
発生したカオスはどれもヘイブンに集まってきています。早期に鎮圧しないとカオスが合体し、より大変なことになります。地球のカオスが開花した過程を思い出してください。
This is no longer just heaven problem. It requires immediate purification. An event like this, left alone, could end up evolve into something much greater than a planetary level disaster. To ignore it and run away now, we're likely to be persecuted for complicity by Empire Law.
しかしここにいるみんなが口裏を合わせれば何の問題もないはずです。あんなものと戦うのは自殺行為同然です。
SS Nightmare is Chaos infiltration vessel. In the face of this calamity we call Chaos, the Nightmare shall never retreat. The cardinalists who understood what those words meant expressed their frustration.
こいつ狂ってる。私たちを巻き込むつもりか。
Yep.
ヘイブンに正式な要請は届いていない。作戦を実行したいなら勝手にすればいい。
無双化じゃなくて喧嘩や。
Just then, Aurea, who had been mumbling to herself off to the side, raised her hand.
反則修道女会は正式にナイトメア号の艦長を指示します。
シスターオルレア、正気か。
反則修道女会が十字教会議に反旗を翻すつもりか。
まあ、そう
Yeah,
い
you
うこと
you two
に
doesn't
して
have
おきます。
any threatening value at all.
そこまでだ。いくら帝国でも
They don't even have a
ヘイブン
phrase.
の信徒に関
These
する問題
dialogue are nonsense.
我々の管轄だ。部外者が首を突っ込んでいいことではない。
Leave it be, and your resident will fall victim.
それは私たちが解決することだ。身の程をわきまえろ。
Ignoring the cardinalists outrage, I walk past them. Yeah, we're not talking to them. I never need your permission to do my job. I held my advance in front of Bailey, who had been donning an inscrutable smile while watching the events. I believe that is enough. Putting on a more relaxed smile, Bailey locked her eyes with mine. I still can't tell what she is thinking. The one who let Cardinalis Judas walk was you, wasn't it? Going by my deduction, she is the only one who would have done so. A person who could have set free a man who was convicted by both Holy Monarch and the commander of the Silver Knight, and a person who had authority to take command of the Crusader now that a Pharaoh was set free. From what I know, there is only one individual capable of all that within all the heaven. I have no need to ask why you did or what you did. I won't be able to find out what she's planning given the current circumstances. However, if she continued to interfere, then the Empire would have excuse to act. This was a silent protest.
おい艦長、礼儀をわきまえろ。十字教ベイリーは今回の件と何の関係もない。
However, Bailey herself let out a sigh with a satisfied smile.
あまり支援はできません、艦長。
So this is her response, acknowledgement. However, despite her words, Bailey's attitude portrays her contentment.
十字教ハインド、ナイトメア号に航行装備の支援を。 崇高な戦線に出陣されるのです。誠意を込めて見送らねば。
ですが
Bailey turned her head toward the Cascadinales, who seemed to have something to say. Without even a flicker in her expression, she held onto that inscrutable smile.
失言でした。お許しを。
As the Cascadinales deeply bowed their head, Bailey turned her head back toward me as if she didn't care for their actions.
艦長、一つお願いをしてもよろしいでしょうか。必ず生きて帰ってきてください。この先も見守っていたいと思った方は久しぶりです。本当に。
Oh no.
ええ、本当に艦長はその価値がある方です。
I have no intent to die myself.
あなたの進む道にリアロスの祝福があらんことを。
Believing behind her player, Bailey turned and made her way to the exit while I walked past her and approached Serante, who has been watching the event unfold from her seat of honor. Your Holiness, I would like to request one small item from you. It may not seem like much, but I'm sure it's something that someone hold very dear. Yeah, you're gonna get the brooch, right?
認めたくはないけど、あの毒蛇女にもらった装備役に立つわね。凄まじいほど早いじゃない。このレベルなら聖戦十字会でも最上級のはずなのに。艦長、なんであの女にそんなに気に入られてるの？
Who
何
knows?
かあったの？
Surely not. It a nearly reactory response when I saw Renault's expression
と
turn.
にかく艦長、この瞬間も平分付近のカオスは膨張し続けているわ。特にジューダス教がいると思われる座標のあたりは複数のカオス嵐の影響圏が重なっている。いくらナイトメア号でもそこを突破することは不可能よ。何かいい考えがあるの？
I do have a few plans, but each one of them come with their own risks. Everyone gathered up. We need to establish an operation plan. Just then, an unexpected call comes in.
艦長、グリーンドラゴン号からの連絡です。
Green Dragon?
艦
Oh,
達者であったか？
Beryl? Why sudden call?
介したい人がいるぞ。
Odd that there is good feeling about this.
艦長、大丈夫でしょうか？心配しなくてもきっとうまくやりますよ、レイ。他でもないナイトメア号の艦長じゃないですか。それはそうだけど、見てください。あんなに巨大なカオスは初めてですよ。はい、あの大きさだとカオスの外部に亀裂を作って近づくことも難しそうですね。手法を打てばいけるかもしれませんけど、あれはカオスのコアに打つためにトテオ艦長は何か別の方法を。
あれを見てください。複数の艦船が接近中です。
Oh, I think I know who Beryl gonna introduce to
こ
us.
んな状況で
The
助けに来てくれ
pirate
るような勢力はい
lady,
ないはず。
right? Because we held some pirate before, now they gonna return the favor.
あれは帝国の艦船ではありません。海賊船です。
Yep. The three of them simultaneously stick their face onto the window.
本当に海賊船ですよ。あいつら急にどうして？どういうことか艦長に聞かないと。艦長、海賊
ましょうか。
Calm down, Ray. They're here to help. Though one of them called himself King of the Pirates. On the other side of the screen, a woman with a corsam hauntingly looked down on us, quite literally.
無礼だな。正式に紹介しろ、艦長。すべての無法者と放浪者を導く者であり、征服者である7人の王の一員。自由な者、賢明な者、破滅の導
Okay,
き手、
keep gracing
カ
herself.
オスの開拓者、星の海を航海するすべての海賊の頂点、黄金を食らう者、エリアだ。
Area.
覚えておけ。
Okay, I will try my best not to forget. Someone who was standing next to Area fervently waved their hand at Ray.
レイ、どうしました？
あの人、私が助けた。ああ、わらわの甥いが世話になったという人は君か。褒美を与えよう。わらわの縄張りを通るときは一度顔を出せ。特別にもてなしてやろう。わらわとの会話がそんなに嬉しいのか？わかるぞ。普通の少女の精神でわらわのこの生まれ持ったオーラに耐えられないのも無理はない。
この人、見れば見るほど面白いわね。でもそれと腕は別の話。エリアさん、私たちに力を貸してくれないかしら。
無礼な物言いだな。しかしわらわは寛大だ。カオスに侵入する火力が不足しているのだろう。わらわが手を貸してやる。おいの恩も返すついでにね。
帝国の最新鋭艦船でも難しいのにできるの？
ふむ、直接見せてやった方が早いか。オペレーター、手法の準備を。
はい。
待って、火力支援じゃないの？じゃあナイトメア号と一緒に射撃を。
支援だと？何か勘違いしているな。わらわは君たちに協力するために来たわけではない。恵みに来たのだ。
Okay. The cannon equipped on Aria's ship repositioned aimed directly at the exterior area of the chaos. Standing from her seat, Aria extended the golden cane in her hand forward.
わかったなら、おとなしく感謝すればいい。
A sudden rush of energy was so powerful that even the communication relay began to crash. Aria's entire ship erupted in a blinding flash, and though its system was overloading,
エネルギー反応、エーテル砲撃です。
Aria's ship rained is on it directly at the chaos storm in front of it. Supernova bite frames sweep across the void of space, and blinding light radiant blanket the area in all directions. The released energy was so powerful that even SS Nightmare shook from the shockwave, even though it was situated a distance away.
あり合わせの一撃にしては悪くない。もう少し時間があれば、より素晴らしいものが披露できたというのに。
今のは何？ナイトメア号の手法と肩を並べる射撃だったけど。
7人の王、名前は聞いたことがあるけれど、ここまでとは知らなかったわ。
Thank you, Emperor Aria.
次は正式な名前をすべて覚えてこい。
It's like 3 lines, right? One paragraph.
今日は初対面ゆえ、略称で許してやる。では艦長、 わらわの家族の借りはこれで返したぞ。次会った時、わらわと君は平等な関係だ。
With that, area end the call.
海賊船が退却します。カオス嵐安定化。出撃場所計算可能よ。レイ、すごいわね。あなたのおかげでカオス出撃までの時間を大きく短縮できたわ。
Yeah, credit to Ray.
私はあの時艦長がいたおかげです。私は少し助けただけですから。
Small act of help like those would eventually add up into the something that can change the outcome. If we haven't saved the pirate on Evera back then, we likely won't have received that assistance like this. Aurea, you asked me before how I end up as captain of SS Nightmare, didn't you? I remember her asking me back at the Swarm of Judgment how someone who couldn't take care of themselves could become a captain of SS Nightmare. In truth, my grace wasn't anything spectacular due to some circumstances, but all my colleagues wrote a recommendation for me. The people that I had helped all come together to shape public sentiment and build a foundation to influence for me. Foundation of influence for me. If it had been only one or two of them, nothing would have come to this. But when two become three and continue to grow, it's become a weapon that can change result.
今までいろんな人を見てきたけど、親切が武器だっていう人は初めてだよ。
Every fighter needs their own weapon. Now then, time to go meet Cascadinalis Judas. Alright, so we enter the chaos. And I'm gonna assume we're gonna fight Judas in here, right? Or maybe in the next area, who knows? Agent report
レ
there.
ノア、正常に侵入完了。
オルレア、正常に侵入完了。
You are not agent.
ルーシェ、正常に侵入完了。
How is it? Trying something you want to do?
だから子供扱いしないでって。
You seem my light joke slightly aged that incisive.
早く動きましょう。ジューダス教の信号はこの中にあるわ。早速真相部まで行くわよ。
Why can't we have Renoir in our initial team? This would be so easy.
呼びましたか？はーい、行きますよ。
準備完了。くらえ。
力が湧いてきますね。呼び
Oh,
ましたか？
come
流れを
on.
感じます。手伝います。
待機します。指示を。準備完了。そよ風を集めて。待機します。刻め。準備完了です。少し痛いですよ。
Well, I don't know what that does, but let's take that. That is so freaking loud.
流れを感じます。
待機します。指示を。
慎重に。呼びましたか？準備で元気が出ましたか？
いきますよ。
準備完了。吹きさめ。待機します。風は止まりません。
力が湧いてきますね。
確認します。準備できました。広がれ。
準備完了です。少し痛いですよ。はっ。
Alright. Oh, okay. At least give me something good. These are all useless. Well, at least it's one reduce the cost to one, so that's fine.
待機します。指示。
流れを感じます。
準備完了です。待機します。指示を。準備完了です。そよ風を集めて。待機します。やっ。
元気が出ましたか？
触れさせません。準備完了です。少し痛いですよ。待機します。吹きさめ。
Another music. Oh, sure, let's remove a card.
流れを感じます。
手加減はしませんよ。風は止まりません。
呼びましたか？
はーい、行きますよ。
呼びましたか？準備できました。
準備完了です。待機します。吹きさめ。
はーい、力が湧いてきますね。
呼びましたか？
はーい、治癒します。はーい、
いらっしゃい。所持クレジットは十分かな？綺麗に消します。ぜひぜひ。
Let's not.
生きてたらまた
Let's
会い
save
ましょ
our
うね。
money. Oh, I forgot. This is not full chaos. He gonna end this soon. Oh. Just tell me that the thing I pick up is useful.
もう真相部よ、艦長。中から感知されるカオス汚染度はかなりのレベルよ。ジューダス教がどんな状態かは誰にもわからないわ。生きている状態で制圧することは叶わないかもしれない。覚悟はいい？
Let's go. Our role is simply to prevent tragedy. Okay, I do nothing.
ジューダス教、そんなカオス汚染度がすでに人間の許容範囲を超えているわ。艦長、休ませてあげましょう。
Alright, so we fight outside. Then can I use my own team so that I can bully the Judas? Yeah, I can do that. Why not? Right? Why not? Why not? This maybe we can always do this, and I didn't notice the button up there that I can change thing. Or maybe, yeah, maybe sometimes I'm just ignorant. In the deepest parts of the chaos, Cardinal Judas was waiting for us.
ジューダス教、今度こそあなたを止めてみせる。
私が平分のために。
Tell me how can I remove this? I want this screen.
腐った部分を排除するだけだ。ここまでして私に抗うつもりか、ルーシェ。
今ヘイブンがどうなっているか知ってる？いくらなんでもこんなやり方は間違っているわ。
Despite Ruche's desperate pleas, Sir Judas' eye gleamed with darkness.
ルーセ、説得しても無駄よ。あれはもうジューダス教じゃないわ。あれがカオスレリックに手を出したものの。いいえ、カオスという力そのものに触れたものの慣れの果てね。艦長。
Yeah, let's give Sir Judas his rest.
アイドルは常に完璧じゃないか。
Look at that HP. I don't even need to shake my hand, I think.
私のステージ。ね、艦長。ジューダス教がさっきから胸元を守っているわ。おそらく急所のカオスレリックがあると思う。呼びましたか？流れを感じます。
悪いよ、一緒に絵本を読もう。
タイムトゥーシャイン、胸のリズムに身を任せて。
Judas exploded into a deafening roar, and yet even though it carried a suffocating pressure that forced the blood running through our veins, it was a roar that was clear to all of us, a roar of a beast driven into the corner.
倒したの。
ディアスよ、私の命で平凡に救いを与えたまえ。
The music though. Chaos energy explodes through every pore of Sir Judas' body. A pressure so threatening that it heaved even the environment around us. It was nigh a miracle, as if a man was denying dread through sheer willpower alone. Really great boss battle, right?
アイドルは常に完璧じゃないか。
Watch me kill this bot in 2 hits. Well, not 2 hits, but 2 spotlight.
私のステージ、胸のリズムに身を任せて。はあ、 まだこれだけの力が。
Okay, just one hit.
艦長、指示を今とどめを刺さないと。
We're not here to end his life. I come here to send off a hero in their final moments.
艦長、
I pull out an object that I rent from a serante, and I walk towards Sir Judas.
艦長、何をするつもり？
As Sir Judas charged at me with all his remaining might, I lift the object up toward him. I had come to return to you something you left behind. The brooch that a servante handed to me grinned in the light. Her Holiness, she will be okay. I think back of how a servante openly voiced her thought and objection during the strategy meeting with other class cardinals. Acerante was no longer the child who always cried and asked for guidance. She was no longer the little girl that this man had to sacrifice everything for. So please rest in peace. I will not allow this man who had once lived as a hero to relive the nightmare I have seen. Nor will I stand by and watch him wound the very girl he wished to protect more than anyone else. Gazing upon the bush in my hand, Sir Judas' movement slowed until he come to a halt.
艦長ケイカは焦らんては私がいなくても一人でうまくやっていけるでしょう
Of
か
course. She will be sad, but she will be fine. If Sarante isn't able to overcome something alone, I'll make sure that I provide her with the guidance she needs. Therefore, all I can do is hope that Sir Judas. And so I play. I play with all the reality that I can muster. Please, may you find peace befitting you. Sir Judas' body collapsed to the floor, and from it the chaos energy spilled outward. Then, like dust, his body crumbles and becomes one with the wind. Having long since surpassed its limits, the body sustained by sheer willpower alone melts away.
待って艦長、下がって。ジューダス教の体にはカオスレリックが。
No, it wasn't a chaos relic. What this man protected throughout the entire battle. I stretched out both of my hands to catch the object that fell from the hero body. It's another half of the brooch. It's what the other half of the prayer that he has given to Acerante. With a corrupted mind, this was a proof that Sir Judas cherished his promise more than his own life. I connect the two brooches I have in hands, and as if the two has always been one, they fit each other perfectly. Yeah, and no one will know that Judas handled chaos, right? We just report that he died in action fighting the chaos. The moment I thought everything happened, a sinister presence crept over me. From somewhere beyond, I could hear a sound of massive gear churning. From within the disintegrated body of Judas, a figure emerged. Gigantic metal colossus, shimmering with ivory radiance. As soon as the giant made its presence known, time around me came to complete halt. Wow, Dialos, alright. And within that still silence, a titan reached out with its hand. Primal warning consumed my thought, shaking that this entity should never be around to reach me. And just moment before those hands reached me, really softly, I feel a gentle touch on my shoulder as someone pulled me away. Strifeful chuckle accompanies.
ダメ
Berry? Right, that is not the girl from the start.
絶対に渡さない
Then the giant body instantly liquefied into a bubbling float. A pale woman looking down upon me. Oh, it's her?
愛している
The sound is different though.
愛しているわ艦長
Those words transform into an immense pressure that pushed me down. The sensation of my brain being pulverized, my face putrefying, my vein filling with something thick and sticky spread throughout my entire body. That is unpleasant because the audio is too loud. What the hell?
だから私を覚えていてどんな道のりになっても最後まで忘れないで私は
Maybe the one who say nope is the same girl, but the tone is completely different. That tone is like a yandere girl.
私はゼロ
Hello.
必ず私に会いに来てちょうだいそこであなたを待っているわ艦長艦長しっかりして
And though I tried to gasp onto my scent, Leno's voice was the last thing I could hear before my consciousness faded away. But while we playing a cutscene of Lenore from the first chapter, who know? Who know? But let's look at the last epilogue. I placed the combined set of rouge into Acerante hands. Acerante silently lowered her head. Wish. Yeah, they used this music before, not in this scenario, but it's another one. I don't remember where, but yeah. He kept it close and treasured it until the end.
そうなると予想はしていました。ジューダス教はずっと体調がよろしくなかったですから。でもそれでも最後に一度だけ会いたかった。
The young monarch dropped her head completely, along with a light shudder. Tears began dipping from the edge of her collar. I do not intend to console her, or tell her to stop crying. Not all tears are bad tears.
艦長、私は戦います。
Yeah, I can use this for the thumbnail, I guess.
ジューダス教に恥じないようにヘイブンのみんなのために。
As Acerante made her declaration, while crushing the bruise tightly, I nod my head. People may pass on, but their resolution remains. Call for me whenever, Your Holiness. If you require aid, I shall always come for your rescue. This ship is appetite rival is immense size. A vessel whose main diet is despair and nightmare. No matter when it may be, the SS Nightmare will always be ready to respond to distress calls. Alright, and we go on a journey to the next adventure, right? And if you don't know, we go to at least 3 adventures after this already in Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3. This can be watched anytime after you finish the story of Act 1, right? Because these are past seasonal story and it will be safe until they run out of space and maybe they gonna remove them. Who know what's gonna happen in the future, but for now, Act 1 finish. And yeah, pretty good story, quite solid and well-rounded, I guess. Not many no hangover, some background thing about Zero, the pocket watch, and the captain. Other than that, it's the story about the Act 1 already finished, right? We save heaven and now we continue our journey. And this we go back and help investigate the missing case of Protoss, right? Went with Yuki. This one, well, let's not go into them too much. Maybe I'm gonna do a video about them later, but for now, I hope you have fun playing video game. Good luck with your gacha. Have a good day, good night wherever you are, and see you again next time. Remember when this video release, I believe in 2 days we're gonna get a start of Season 4, and that's gonna be Act 5 of the story. So yeah, looking forward to that on the stream. For now, bye bye.